Go live to the nation's capital, where federal conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is speaking.
Beijing should restore calm and stability rather than provoking. We as conservatives, we want a peaceful world. Like most Canadians, we're not out looking for a fight, but we need to stand up for our values and our interests. We also need to make sure that our military is ready for anything, God forbid. Thank you.
Je vais répondre en français sur la création d'une escouade pour lutter donc contre les feux de forêt, peut-être même un escadron d'avions citernes au Canada.
Pardon, j'ai pas compris.
Ou encore la création d'un escadron d'avions citernes qui serait indépendant de l'armée pour le Canada. Un peu ce que vous avez répondu à mon collègue sur la création justement d'une escouade spéciale pour les feux de forêt.
J'ai pas encore décidé là-dessus, mais comme j'ai dit en anglais, je pense qu'il nous faut coordonner l'usage de nos avions et d'autres machines afin de protéger les Canadiens en cas d'urgence comme ça. Il faut jamais avoir des avions qui ne sont pas utilisés.
We always need aircraft that are not being used because it belongs to one province when another province could use them. So we would like to work with the government to respond not only to the current crisis, but also to make reforms that would allow us to respond more effectively in any future crises.
Last week you had an exchange with the Prime Minister in the House of Commons where you referenced his departure from a private school he used to teach at. As you may know, there was lots of rumors about his exit, including what seems to be a completely defamatory story that has no credibility. Why did you raise that in the House of Commons?
Well, it is just a fact, and this Prime Minister has a track record of not completing what he starts and bragging about what he hasn't done. And that has spilled over into his policy positions, whether it's his promises to complete, for example, a Trans Mountain pipeline gone $27 billion over budget, still not done. Claiming he's going to have an electrification economy, bragging about all these mines that he announces but don't actually get completed. Brags about his policy and promises on climate change, but they never actually meet their targets. So with this Prime Minister, there's a lot of bragging about things he plans to do without actually getting them done.
You referenced that story, though. You referenced that particular story, which is...
No, I mentioned the fact that he did depart.
You said that he departed.
Yes.
And you couldn't remember why. So
That's right.
What did you mean by that?
Exactly what I said.
What did you mean by that?
About him, the reason why he left the school?
You have to ask him why he left the school.
On opioids, Mom Stop the Harm was here all last week. They sent you a request for a meeting. Your office acknowledged the request. You did not meet with them. Yeah. Why not?
I was actually meeting with a recovery center in Winnipeg, and the recovery approach is the one that we favor as conservatives. We believe, if I could,
to an alternative viewpoint if you want to be Prime Minister?
We have heard all viewpoints, and we believe that all viewpoints matter. Our approach is to invest in recovery. We believe the evidence shows that providing Canadians with opioids when they're already addicted to drugs makes the problem worse. The opioids the government is funding include hydromorphone. Hydromorphone is an opioid that is stronger than heroin. It is highly addictive, and when it is put into the marketplace, it is often resold by addicts who find that it no longer gets them high. And then when it is resold, it goes to children who get addicted to it, and after a while it no longer gets them high either, so they then take the drugs and sell them to other kids, and so on and so forth. That is why our approach is to take the resources and put them into recovery, detox, and treatment. And in Winnipeg over the weekend, I had a chance to meet with an incredible recovery center where the Oak Center, where they bring addicts who are suffering from addiction in, give them residential care. Their plan is to build on-site accommodations for those addicts when they graduate from the program so they can stay nearby and be launched into a drug-free life. That is our common sense approach. We think it's the right way, and we'll keep working towards it.
You could simply vote against the budget rather than all these delay tactics. Why take this measure, especially when we have so little House time left before the summer recess?
We think it's a crisis. We think that what is going to happen if we do not get inflation and interest rates under control now, that in 2025, 2026, and 2027, when this massive bubble of mortgages comes up for renewal, they're going to be hit with higher interest rates, and we're going to have massive bankruptcies. The taxpayer will be on the hook through CMHC, and it could cause massive financial and economic instability. The time to avoid that is running out, and that's why today the government needs to introduce a plan and a timeline to balance the budget to lower interest rates and inflation, and they need to cancel the carbon tax increases.
Last question.
All right, we've been listening live to federal Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre taking questions from reporters in the nation's capital, obviously slamming Prime Minister Justin Trudeau for a variety of different reasons.